Hey everyone, Unlikely Hero here, and it's time for some more Monster Rancher 2. Now, I have been training Slimeson a fair bit off of camera, so his life and power and his defense in particular have been my focus, but I did also just now, his speed was quite close to the next level, so I just did a couple of drills for that and raised the level of that too. So, there's an official tournament at the end of this month, and I do intend on trying to enter him into it. And in the meantime, I think I'm going to increase his skill, because it's not that far off of levelling up. It's got a bit of a way to go, to be fair, but I think at this point his skill would be a good thing to focus on just a little bit. So yeah, it is actually a new year in game. I just spent that much time training him. So yeah, we'll go and do shoot to increase his skill. Now Slimeson is definitely still in his prime at the moment, because he is still getting some fairly high stat gains. But I don't know how much longer that will last. It could be that within the next year, Colt starts telling me to retire him, which brings the unfortunate news that he would be quite close to dying at that point. As sad as that is. Oh. Actually don't have any mint leaves at the moment. Shocking. Okay. So. Yeah, his stats are... I think they're looking pretty good, but it'll be our first try at the Rank B tournament, so I'm not sure how it will go, but I guess we'll find out. Well, he's not wrong. This is the wall that I tend to hit in this game. I have got past this rank before, and I've even gotten past the A rank before, but I have never fully completed this game. But yeah, rank B is quite a difficult one in my previous experience. There's a lot of powerful monsters, and they're all kind of powerful for different reasons, which is what makes it difficult. You might have an advantage over one, but it's just not going to work on some of the others. Okay, so Robonil. I never know exactly how to pronounce these monster names, but this one is quite even across most of its stats, which can make them some of the hardest to fight. I was going to say, always nice to open the fight with a gel cube, but it's, again, always nicer when it hits. Sorry, I've just noticed I'm bobbing up and down to the music a little bit. That looked like it was going to be so powerful. That, like, dramatic pause, I thought that it was going to be a one-hit KO or something. Come on, Slimeson. I think this monster has quite a lot of defense, actually. But our main issue is that we're having a surprising amount of difficulty in hitting this guy, despite the fact that the hit percentages for most of the attacks are quite high. That looks close, but I think he might have won. That's not too bad. That was very close in the end. I thought it was going to end up being much worse than that. I'm glad we managed to at least get that one hit in and make it a little more even. There's some quite cool looking monsters in this tournament. There's some breeds here that I would definitely like to have a go at training at some point. Some of them I've trained some monsters of like the same main species, but not the same sub-breed. So like this one, Ghoulshine, I've trained a monster of a similar breed, but not that exact sub-breed. This is going a little better than our match against Robanil. I felt like my voice went funny then, but I don't know. That was a kind of scary roar. I feel like I'm making a really, really serious face. I just caught sight of myself on the camera and like... Okay, I was right in thinking that was a reasonably scary attack. I think if Slimeson had less life points and less defense, that would have been a lot worse. Yes, bring me that fame. In theory, having KO'd a monster, Slimeson should be a little more famous at the end of this tournament. As long as his other matches don't go horribly wrong. Because equally, if he gets KO'd too much or loses too many matches, he will lose a lot of fame too. Which is one of the reasons that Slimeson isn't particularly famous at the moment, because his winning percentage is roughly 50%. The breed of monster that Robanil is, I actually genuinely don't even know how to get it. I've never trained one of those. Like most of the other monsters, I've at least they've at least been available to me, even if I haven't actually trained them. But whatever breed Robanil is, just I don't know where on earth I get that guy. Okay, so Lickwell, I think that's how you say his name. Very cute little hair. Probably quite powerful. The hairs are actually quite deceptive, often. I've trained some in the past and they work really, really well with high power, high speed and high skill. Here's me bigging up the hairs and like, I've made a bit of a mess of Lickwell there. But no, in general, they're probably one of my favourite breeds of monster to train. Okay, so we're up against Duelist next, and this is going to be exciting because he is, quite literally, a wall. You know, the breed of monster might even be called Wall. I can't remember. But yeah, you'll see when we get into the fight, he's just literally like, yeah, just a wall. But sometimes he gets a face, which is a little bit frightening. And naturally, being a wall, he has a lot of defense. Although it's not too bad. I mean, Slimeson's power is higher now, and some of his attacks are quite powerful anyway. So, as long as we get a few good hits in, should be alright. Oh yeah, sometimes the wall will grow an arm to scratch you with. Here's me saying that it's just a wall. That, in some ways, makes it one of the strangest monsters in the whole game, in my opinion. Okay. We need to get some good hits in and hopefully take a few less hits from now on as well. So far this tournament is going a lot better than I expected. Even though I did put in quite a lot of training before I started recording this one, I was still pretty convinced that Slimeson wasn't ready. But it could be that I was wrong about that. Although there are still 3 matches to go, and... well, that guy, Epsilon, I have had loads of issues with him in the past. So I'm quite nervous about that match. And then Sanjuras and Balloom, I really can't remember what they're like to fight. So in some ways that makes me a bit nervous too, because I just can't really remember what kind of stats they have or anything. Okay, I have probably had problems with Sanjuras in the past because where his intelligence is so high, that means that his intelligence-based attacks are going to be really powerful, and your monster's defense against intelligence attacks is based on their own intelligence, and because Slimeson doesn't have very high intelligence, he's more brawn rather than brains, his defense against intelligence-based attacks will be less than his defense against physical attacks. So that could be quite a problem in this match, I'm not sure. Oh dear, this isn't going that well so far. I'm glad that hit that time, because I mean, missing a third time I think would have just been awkward. Okay, so that attack, back blow, is a physical attack. That's not really the ones that we're super worried about, but he has still managed to do some pretty hefty damage to Slimeson so far. But yeah, I think if he uses one of his intelligence attacks, which are the ones that are shown in green on the right there, we're probably gonna... yeah, that was an intelligence-based attack. I was going to say we're probably going to know about it. And yeah, I think we do know about it. That is unfortunate. But as I've said in previous tournaments, it's not a major issue as long as Slimeson isn't injured. We can still do well in the tournament with 2 losses, but it's more kind of the aftermath that I'm concerned about at this point. So we have got Epsilon up next. I'm not feeling confident, but Slimeson is quite different to some of the other monsters I've raised in the past, so it could be that this is easier with Slimeson. But yeah, this monster's like basically kind of like a robot, which strikes me as strange, but it's also another one where, like Robonil, I have no idea how you get that particular type of monster. It would be really good if Slimeson had an attack that was a longer range one. You'll see that in the final slot on the left, he doesn't have any attacks, and that means that from the furthest distance he can't actually attack. I know it might seem extreme, giving up when there's only 7 seconds left, but I mean, you probably noticed that guy does a lot of damage. He does tend to be quite fast in hitting your monster. I just didn't want to risk Slimeson getting KO'd a second time, because if he did, I could pretty much guarantee that he would be injured. Okay, so overall, Balloon is fairly typical of that kind of breed of monster. The only slightly unusual thing is they don't tend to have that much intelligence. So, like with Sanjuras, this is another one where I'm going to have to watch out for his intelligence-based attacks. So this could be a problem. And also, he unfortunately wants to mate with Slimeson. No, in all seriousness, no. The mating song attack is annoying because it is one of those ones that drains your monster's guts and means they can't attack as much. I'm just wondering if it might be too risky to continue this match. That was a bit nerve-wracking because I was concerned that although Slimeson still did have a fair amount of health points left, I was concerned that Balloon's attacks might be powerful enough to finish him off in one hit. As soon as I said the tournament was going better than I expected, that's where my downfall began. But that's alright, because I mean, it still has gone so much better than I anticipated it. Like, I genuinely didn't expect to win more than, like, one match, maybe. I don't think that we'll be in any tiebreakers, because I think everyone else has won more than me. There is a tiebreaker, but I'm not involved. So I probably placed last? Second last. Oh, I kind of expected his fame to go down a little bit, but it's probable that where we had some KOs in the beginning, his fame would have gone up considerably more if we hadn't then had a KO and losses later on in the tournament. I was worried she was going to say Slimeson was injured then. But no, it's just his birthday, a joyous occasion. No. Sorry, Colt, but I shall not be singing. You guys don't want to hear me sing. I'll dance, though. I always think that's a bit mean, like, you are strong, but get much stronger. It's like, it's not, I believe you can become stronger, it's, you better become stronger. But Slimeson still seems to like it, so I guess that's what matters. So now he gets his entire cake. I probably find it funnier than I should that they get given an entire cake for their birthday and they just eat the entire thing in one go. So unsurprisingly, Slimeson is tired after that tournament. And I think that we'll leave this video here because it's quite a long one. So got to put in a little bit more work for the Rank B tournament by the looks of it, but that went better than I expected, so that is positive. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!